Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, honey, because it seems as though they might have broken up, and this is what the internet believes, and I'm getting that energy as well. And the internet's opinion of them separating, it's not just something that is coming out of nowhere. It's not that they're being mischievous and just making up stuff, honey, based on a question that Cardi B was asked. They have every right to believe so. And based on how Cardi B responded, I believe so too. So let's talk about it. And while you're at it, remember, if you're new, subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video. But before we get into the video, it is game on. I got my rapper chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on, and it's game on. I got my rapper chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on. Okay? Now, as you guys know, there has been a lot of discussions around Cardi B and the Super Bowl. We heard that she may crash the Super Bowl stage. I'm hoping for the girl's sake she doesn't, because already they're trying to give Bad Bunny a hard time. However, we know that she performed at the Michael Rubin's pre-Super Bowl party. And while she was on the carpet, honey, she was asked, what does she have to say to Stefon Diggs before the games? And she was like, good luck. Nonchalant, like, we're not friends, but I'm going to keep it cool. I'm going to keep it calm. I kid you not. I kid you absolutely not. Let's take a look at this clip together, shall we? And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Inspiring message for Stefon before the game. One inspiring message for him.
Good luck.
How we celebrating? How we celebrating? You win the Super Bowl?
Now, I know that many people, Bird Brain Nation specifically, may say, oh, that doesn't mean anything, right? That's the ones who are not thinking. I see some of them are really thinking, and you guys are not bird brains. To the Cardi B fans who are well thinking, who have been calling this, you guys are not bird brain, because you guys have been calling this, right? No. We know that Bird Brain Nation may say, this doesn't mean anything, and yada, 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 and all of that jazz, right? But did you guys see that video that I did last night of Stefon Diggs and Pree on the Super Bowl field yesterday? Oh, yes, honey. You know that once Stefon Diggs showed up with Pree, that wouldn't have gone unnoticed. And who knows that better than anyone else? Stefon Diggs. So what is that telling us? The guy doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything or anyone outside of himself. And let me tell you another thing about Cardi B. What I've observed with Cardi B, okay? Cardi B will be mad at Stefon Diggs at 10:58 p.m. and by 11 p.m. she's back with him. So she might be mad at him in that moment, but she may go back to that man. Didn't that man walk out on her after she gave birth? And after that man walked out on her after she gave birth, and he didn't talk to her, he abandoned her for 3 days, the vital days when she needed him the most. She was on the internet doing what? Fighting for him, declaring him, war, literally against the internet in his favor, on his behalf. And you might be saying, when did she do that? When did she do such a thing? She did it when the reports of the chef getting him arrested came out. And she was like, I spoke to that woman every day and this and that and that and that. When she made those posts, not vocally, but when she made those posts, and she then took it down after, because you guys know that Stefon Diggs doesn't like the talking. Cardi B is the one that does all the talking, right? So I'm saying that to say Cardi B will be there, and the comment section was saying it. The comment section on that video was saying, oh, she has seen his, response to when he was asked when he was going to give her ring. Some people are saying she is returning energy, because whenever the man is publicly asking a question about her, that's his behavior. So she's mirroring energy. But what majority of the people, and you know, when the internet is on one accord about something, they're normally right. The internet is not often on one accord. But when the internet is on one accord about something, you know that oftentimes the internet is correct. So most people, I haven't seen anyone saying this doesn't mean anything. Not one comment in that comment section said this does not mean anything. Everyone was on one accord. Something is up. She's mirroring energy. They're broken up. But many people believe, the majority of the people, I think it was over 15 or 16,000 people who believe that they have broken up. And if he was on the Superbowl field with Offset Mistress Pree, you know what someone said in that comment section as well? They said Stefon spells Offset. And I never realized it. I never realized it. I'm going to include that comment for you guys as well. Stefon does spell Offset. Take the N off. And the N can be silent. The N can be silent as well when it comes to spelling Offset. It can. I never realized that they had so much in common down to the spelling of their name. But Stefon Diggs is worse than Offset. He's worse than Offset. And every woman that is in Offset's corner is in Stefon Diggs' corner. So when I tell you guys that Cardi B jump out the frying pan and jump in the fire, and many of you are upset, many of you are mad, I don't see why you're mad over the truth. Why are you mad over the truth? It's the truth. Why are you so mad? That woman, she needs to get to therapy, stay in therapy, do like what Chloe's doing. Chloe is in therapy and she's staying in therapy for a good time. Leave this man. I can't tell her what to do, but if she was my friend, I would be saying, friend, it's time to wrap it up. Like... no pun intended, but that too, right? That too. So, you know what's gonna happen? Cardi B is gonna still stay with this man because Cardi B loves the hype. She loves the hype and she'll pay any price for the hype. She doesn't care what's the cost. This woman is gonna give up her sanity for hype. For hype and money, because once everyone is talking about them and she's going to come back and say, oh, y'all are in our business and you don't know what we have going on. We're one happy family. We get along very well. We blend nicely and all of that BS. And she's going to stay there until that man breaks her worse than Offset did. And she's not going to say anything. She's just gonna calmly walk away, step away when it becomes too much. When the pressure of that man cheating and embarrassing her becomes too much, she's gonna walk away. I don't know if she's gonna cancel the $1.2 million after Super Bowl party, but many critics believe that she's just having the party as a tax write-off. In case you missed it, it is alleged that she has organized a after Super Bowl party for Stefon Diggs. She's just wasting her time because that man is going to want to be elsewhere on that night with his team, with some strippers, not his woman. But Cardi B will sit there with her man and say, do this bitch and do that bitch, and she will, and Cardi B is an enabler. That is why Offset cheated on her so much. And she's an enabler with this guy. And this is why this guy is not going to stop cheating on her. He's not even going to curb his appetite to cheating on her. He will not. Yes, guys, Cardi B is an enabler. And that is why Offset cheated on her so much. She enables that kind of behavior. She does. And she thinks that when she enables those behavior, the man is going to stay with her. The man is going to, be faithful to her. And the only time he's going to cheat is when she's involved. And I'm talking about orgy. That's what I'm talking about. But honey, let me tell you, if this guy should ever win, if his team should ever win the Super Bowl, Cardi B will be embarrassed because he's not going to stay at that party. And if his team should lose, she's going to be embarrassed just the same because he's not going to be at that party. He may show up because people are going to be there, or he may just disappear. The last time we saw them, they were in a limo and everything, and I believe it was all at Cardi B's expense. All at her expense, saying that she's treating her man, she's taking care of her man and all of that. Listen, I hope that kind of love never finds me, because how do you go above and beyond to spoil a man after he abandons you, after you gave birth to his child? He knew that you were married. He knew that. And Offset told us that she was smashing with a baby inside of her, Blossom, and she said and did. And I'm going to assume that that smashing was with Stefon Diggs. So Diggs knew she was married. So why would you ditch a married woman after you impregnate her? After you should have some idea that she's still married and there might be some challenges with getting your name on the child's birth certificate, which is out of the woman's control. Why would you penalize her for a state law that she has no control over? Absolutely no control over. We don't know if that part has been rectified yet or not. We don't know. Maybe, it has through their attorneys and all of that, but the hospital could not do it. But maybe they had to file some kind of, there's a paperwork that can be filed. I remember. Yes, I think they have gotten that rectified. It's called, I forgot what it's called, but there's a paperwork that can be filed. So Cardi B's attorney has to put in the paperwork with the paternity test, and Stefon Diggs' attorney has to put in their paperwork confirming the paternity test. But it's a mess. It's a mess from start to finish. I don't know why women believe that relationship should be a struggle. If it's not a struggle, it is not worth it. And it should not be a struggle when it comes to things that you can eat, when it comes to things that you can control. If it's a struggle when it comes to building financial stability, that's different. And once no one is out there being a spendthrift and all of that, that's different. But when it comes to things that people can get help with and people can control, relationship should not be a struggle. And people believe the old time saying, if it doesn't hurt, it's not worth it. That's madness and that's nonsense. Can you imagine two heads coming together as one, two people coming together as one? You will have your differences, but it shouldn't be a case where it's a struggle. You're not getting along, he's not getting along. Nonsense, madness. But that's all I have to say, guys. Seems as though they might be donezo. For now, because Barney B, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know. But I'm going to wish her all the best because she's going to need it. And that's all I have to share with you guys in this video. Peace.